Someone tell me why this scum is claiming to be a king.
Wait, no! Please, spare our lives! We beg of you!
These humans are complete idiots. Now I want you to think as hard as those puny brains of yours can manage. Have you ever spared a pig or a cow? Because it begged you for its life? Anyone who tries to take them from me, you'll get no mercy.
And what if your decision ends up being the wrong one in the end?
That won't happen, because I'm not wrong. What's wrong is this messed up world.
If I may, I'd like to pose an interesting question. Are all human beings truly equal? These days, everywhere you go, there's talk about the fight for equality. As a wise man once said, heaven does not create one person above or below another. People like to throw his words around. But that's not the whole quote. He goes on to say that while we are all equal at birth, pretty soon things begin to change. Academic effort is what sets some people apart to rise above the others. At any rate, humans change over time based on their actions. Truth be told, at the end of the day, equality is just a fantasy. And most of us go through life denying the fact that we live in a meritocracy.
You will fight knowing that you cannot win? I don't understand. Are you fighting me for all of humanity? If so, then you should know that my actions are entirely for their benefit. For example, in human society, lands are split by borders marking their territory. On the right side of the border, children may starve to death, while on the left, idle dregs who do nothing have everything they need. It's absolute madness. I shall crush that madness and create a fair world where the concept of inequality will be completely forgotten for all time. I don't deny that I'll start by using power and terror to accomplish my objective.
To take from another is tantamount to evil. From the moment we are born, we practice this art, perfecting the sin we've inherited. That's what life is, a continuous series of compounding sin. It is life itself that draws us into the darkness. I have accepted my fate. I know that I am evil. As are each and every one of you. Now, let's practice a different sin.
You asked me why I'm doing all this. But even if I told you why, I doubt very strongly that the knowledge would change anything at all. But let's say that I take the time to explain it to you. What do you think would happen then? My goal is to fulfill the dream even Jiraiya Sensei was unable to achieve. What I want is to create peace and bring about justice. Oh, I see. That is noble of you. That would be justice. However, what about my family? My friends? My village? They suffered the same fate as this village at the hands of you Hidden Leaf Ninja. How is it fair to let only you people preach about peace and justice? Once, the Land of Fire and the Hidden Leaf had grown too big. To protect their national interests, they forced feudal clans to wage war against each other, and profited from it. Otherwise, the people of the villages would have starved. As it happened, our little nation and its villages became the battlefield where the great nations waged their war. Each time they did, our nation was ravaged and laid to waste. After many such battles, the great nation stabilized, but our smaller nation suffered, and it barely recovered. You and I are both seeking the very same thing. We both want to achieve the peace that Jiraiya Sensei envisioned. You and I are the same. We're both motivated by our desire for peace and justice. The justice that I have delivered against the Leaf Village is no different from what you are trying to do to me. Everyone feels the same pain when losing something dear. You and I have both experienced that pain. You strive for your justice, and I strive for mine. We're both just ordinary men who have been driven to seek vengeance in the name of justice. And if one comes to call vengeance justice, such justice will only breed further vengeance and trigger a vicious cycle of hatred. Right now, we live in such a cycle. I know the past and can foretell our future. It is the same as our history. So we believe that human beings simply cannot understand each other, and they never will. The shinobi world of ours is ruled by hatred, and hatred alone. So, Naruto, how would you confront this hatred in order to create peace? I want to know what your answer is.
I don't know. I don't have an answer.
Wake up to reality. Nothing ever goes as planned in this accursed world. The longer you live, the more you will realize that the only things that truly exist in this reality are merely pain, suffering, and futility. Listen, everywhere you look in this world, wherever there is light, there will always be shadows to be found as well. As long as there is a concept of victors, the vanquished will also exist. The selfish intent of wanting to preserve peace initiates wars, and hatred is born in order to protect love. There are nexuses, causal relationships that cannot be separated. I want to sever the fate of this world. A world of only victors. A world of only peace. A world of only love. I will create such a world. I am the ghost of the Uchiha. For truly this reality is a hell.
I don't understand all your melodramatic nonsense. But if I disgust you, then that's quite the compliment. So thanks for that. Malice is an emotion that's unique to human beings. It distinguishes us from all other animals. But what am I saying? I'm sure you're familiar. Rage, hatred, revenge, destruction. Malice has power. Because whenever you let those feelings of malice take over, that's when you're at your most human. After all, humanity's truest form is evil.